'69 Buick Electra. You know, when I bought it, it was 1,500. That's all. 1,575. It was at an estate sale, but I didn't know the origin of where it came from and um, who the previous owners was and stuff like that. It was just as is. So when I bought it, I was expecting maybe, it didn't take that much work. This how the interior look. Interior is not in bad shape. Not too bad so far. Got, typical old car smell. It still have, it came like this with parts just laying all in the car, you know what I mean? And it had, the fan shroud, all the hubcaps, fender skirts, all is there. The trim that's missing on the passenger side, it's right here. I'm gonna show it to you. Compressor, stuff like that. Previous owner who had it must have took it apart and just gave up on it. Now, the reason I said start asking questions when you buy in old cars, you need to start asking like, hey, how does the windshield cowl look like? Cause mine's so rusty. I put this bag on it so water won't get in there. As you can see, it's rusted out really, really bad. So I keep this bag to keep some of that water out of it. And he took the motor apart. As you can see, he must have, knew what was up. And he took the motor just apart, took the rocker arms off, push rods, and it looks gawky in there. I might rebuild it later on or something like that. Just throw it in a nice two-door Buick or something. But I want to upgrade to a 455 in this. But also get some of the stuff done to it and fixed. And typical GM right in this little area with a fender well meets up with the battery tray. It always seems to be rusted out right there. Look at that hole. And I got it was a rat nest everywhere. Just all in here, down there, over there by the steering shaft and stuff. Going around and just realizing, hey, you know what I mean? It's gonna take some time and a little work, but I'm willing to do it. I ain't tripping. Oh, this that piece that was missing, it's right there. It's in the car. And it came with a flat tire. You know what I mean? So I know I'm there. I'm gonna have to go look for some tires and stuff like that. Now, this is why I said when you come to a northerner, somebody's up north in the state like Chicago, Ohio, New York, where it deals with a lot of snow, this how they trick you. Look at all that carpet. It came like that. Now I'm finna move the carpet. And peep that. You see that rusted out? Now I'm finna remove this carpet and show you the trickery, what happened. This is the reason why I say you need to start asking questions about the trunk pan, the floor pan, windshield cowl, and stuff like that before you start buying. And the frame. You need to start asking questions. My frame is not in bad shape. I got a little small hole maybe on the driver's side of the, I'm gonna show it to you. A little small hole on the driver's side near where the cross member meets with the transmission. Right there. Small hole right there. So that's why I say when you're buying an old car, you need to ask a lot of questions before purchasing, especially when it's a state that deals with a lot of snow, salt and chemical put down. You need to ask questions. Okay. And I'm gonna show you the rest of the parts that was removed. Like this old, I think this the driver's side, exhaust manifold, the starter, passenger side. That was a bitch to get off. I'm not gonna lie. And this all the rest of the stuff that was in the trunk of the car. when I got it. Valve covers, push rods, look like an intake with a carburetor, belt hoses, pulleys, fan clutch. It was took apart like that. I hate when owners do that, like take apart a vehicle and don't put it back, or basically take it apart and it's not on his to-do list no more. So much stuff then got in his way, and he ruined a car that somebody else could have put together. Damn, I ain't even noticed that. It still got the original jack in there. Lift that up. Still got the original jack in there. You don't see that often. Still got the jack in there and stuff. Still got the jack in there. Anyway, came with headlights, stuff like that. So I'm gonna show you the reason why you definitely needs to ask questions. Pulling all the carpet out. So I put this plastic down just to cover everything up. Okay. Ta-da! .com. Holes rusted out. Hole big enough for a possum to come in here. Big enough for a snake to get in there. Holes on that side. Big enough, like I said, a possum, snake, raccoon, or even a small cat can come through there. Holes. Now this make it dangerous to drive. Look at that. All through there. This make this car dangerous to drive because why? Let's just say you put a full tank of gas in here and you filled it up to the rim. Who to say this rusted out pan ain't gonna snap on you and that gas tank drop to the ground, spark, and blow up on you? This is the reason why I say when it comes to up north with all the snow and ice in, or California and Phoenix, Arizona, Las Vegas, I ask questions. How is the trunk pan? How's the floor pan? How is the windshield cowl? Can you tell me pictures of the trunks on one of the cutting wheel, this little area right here? See that? I gotta go over there and cut that out. You got to ask questions when you purchasing old school. It doesn't matter what year, make, and model, and then where it came from. You need to ask questions. Don't just start a money war. You know, I give you this, I give you that, I give you this, that, and third. And you find out, hey, you're going to be at a junkyard for hours. Brake lines all broken up. Proportionate valve looks shoddy. Brake boots don't even have a vacuum on there. Brakes don't even push down. It's hard and stiff. So that means I got to replace all of that. You got to think about the money you're going to have to spend just to put it back together nicely, just to drive it. So that's why I always say ask questions. Cause when he showed me the car, let me show you how he showed it to me. The hood was closed. That black bag wasn't there. And obviously the trunk was closed. So when pictures I got it, it looks like, you know, closed trunk. It looked like just that. Closed trunk, look all clean, whoop the whoop. The trickery in game. Oh, exhaust pipe was hanging down because I cut it off. Because he cut a piece of it off. Here go the rest of the exhaust. Right there. You see my cut marks on. Rusted out. Been on that car, look like it probably been since the car was the car. And this was the spare tire in the trunk. But I'm not really upset because I only paid, like I said, $1,500 for it. Now, if it was a guy who was saying, hey, I want $5,000, $7,000, $8,000 for it, and it was rusty like this, I would have told him he can go dive head first in a dry pool. Because I would definitely wouldn't give him that for this car.